Tech 1. Do you have what it takes? Can you take on nature with just your raw talents? Can you face your own mortality and look it in its eye? Or will you be sitting there, scared in your skivvies? Welcome to the new season of Scared in Your Skivvies. Using our own private island, our contestant will be using only what they can forage to survive for 30 days, starting only with their underwear and a personal item of their choosing. With our AI drone technology, we will bring you all the action as it happens from all angles. Using the tried and true BCU team, you'll also see the contestant with a never-before-seen advantage of looking through the survivor's eyes, as well as tracking vital statistics. Our director Mike will be taking the best views and providing us with a great season. Mike, where's the best place to see these things begin? Without further ado, let's join our contestant on the island.
Well, here I am. I'm on the island starting my 30 days. They tell me that this BCU in the back of my head is going to record all my voice and visual and things like that, so I guess I could just have a constant stream of consciousness to let you know what's going on in my head. Why am I here? Well, I saw the commercial. You know the one. Do you enjoy the great outdoors? And are you invigorated by the smell of a campfire? Do you like to hang out in your underwear? Then we may have just what you're looking for, giving you a chance to experience all this. Do you like the feel of the breeze on your bare skin? Want to test your mettle against the elements? Prove you can hack it. You don't mind roughing it in harsh conditions. And taking in a grand vista as nature intended it. You can commune with nature. If this sounds like something for you, check out Scared in Your Skivvies. Sign up today for the hot new series, only on Tech 1. Yeah, that was the one, and now I'm here. So, you might ask why. I don't know. I can't give you an answer. I was between jobs, so, I had time. And, of course, everybody wants to, prove themselves, and I've always been pretty good with nature, so I signed up, and here we are. So, yeah. I guess first order of business is take a look around. I don't know where in the world I am. I see a little mountain with snow on top. I feel like I'm in a temperate zone right now because it's not very cold. So I think first order of business is probably trying to make me a little bit of a weapon. I got to keep one personal item, and they were nice enough to give me a little waste bag. So my personal item, I picked a little hatchet because I figured I'm going to be doing some chopping, and I can skin with it and use it like a knife. But, you can use an axe like a knife. You can't really use a knife like an axe. So that's why I did this. But for right now, I just need to find some rocks. Okay, rocks are pretty scarce, apparently. Don't know why. Get a couple of the right kind of rocks, and we'll chip them together and make a sharp little stone, tie it to a stick, and then suddenly we are, we're using a stone spear. So that way we get a little bit of standoff. Maybe we can find some small animals, all that. I'm going to have to start thinking about food. It's been a long time since I ate or drank anything, and I'm kind of feeling it a little bit. So at least this way we have something sharp and pointy. I guess sharp and pointy is the same thing. Long and pointy. So I don't even know which way to go, which way to start out. Well, I made myself a bow also. Then it came to my attention that I'm going to have something to carry arrows in and maybe some other stuff. So as much as I hate to, I'm going to sacrifice my shirt and see if I can't rig up some sort of a bag to carry. Much as I like showing off my incredible physique here, I feel like this is more important. And there we go. I got a little more space to carry stuff. So now that I've got a bag to put it in, let me find a suitable bush and we'll make us some arrows. Yeah, this one ought to be able to give me enough. A lot of chopping. A lot of chopping. Makes me feel like I really made the right decision when I decided to bring the little hatchet. I'm going to make as many as I can out of this bush, out of these sticks. They're not going to be good. They're not going to have any kind of feathers or anything like that on them, so they're going to be, you know, unstable in flight, but maybe that's enough. I can get close enough and kill a rabbit or an opossum or an armadillo or whatever creatures may live here. But okay, so on to try to find something as far as food. You know, it occurs to me I'm running barefoot out here, and my little city feet are not going to handle that very well. And if I lose mobility, I'm pretty much done. You know, when your feet hurt, everything hurts. So I believe I'm gonna try to take some rags I had left over from cutting over my shirt, make some more rope, and see if I can tie them around my feet. It won't be pretty, it won't be comfortable, but it's got to be better than running around barefoot, all these sharp stones and sticks. Who knew that rope making would be so important here also? Alright, let's go ahead and make our last little bit of rope. And with that, we should be able to tie these rags around our feet. Very ghetto, but nonetheless, you know, it beats a splinter in the toe. Let's see where we at. Okay, there we go. So, gonna make us some little improvised cloth slippers, if you will. Alrighty, and there it is. So let's see, what is it? So if we had some animal hide, we could actually make something a little better. But for right now, this will have to do. Look at that, stylish and comfy. What the heck? There we go. Alrighty, onward and upward. Oh, look at there. There's a little drone. Oh, hey, buddy. I guess they wanted some close-up shots that my my BCU's not providing. Well, that's cool. I like that. All right, we're getting into a little deeper woods. Oh, this may be our first thought here. We got some mushroom of some sort, so let's take a look. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Our BCU actually tells us information about it, but it doesn't tell me whether it's poisonous, so I think I'll avoid that. Don't like the sound of that. We'll just keep on looking. Oh, I don't like the sound of that either. The howling of wolves, I'm thinking. Okay. Well, I'm not terribly adverse to maybe eating some canine. I really don't want to be ate by canine, so it's a little bit of a concern. I don't know anything really about wolves other than they have, you know, claws and teeth. So we'll see. So, hello and welcome to Fossil Survival Corner. This is the little segment where we go and we take some survival information and try to throw it out to you guys. And this information is derived from many sources, including the Survival Wisdom and Know-How Handbook. Now, this is something that you could throw in your pocket and carry out in the woods when you're hiking and such. So you always have good information when you're out in the wilderness trying to survive. So anyway, we're talking about nothing other than fire today. So fire, probably the most iconic thing involved in the whole survival genre. You imagine the old caveman on his quest for fire and trying to build the heat to keep the great animals at bay, and trying to keep warm and eating his roast beast and stuff like that. So what's the big deal about fire? Well, it keeps you warm. It's actually part of that whole survival hierarchy here, probably coming in, I would think, at number 2. And let's go over those right quick. So 1 is air. Without air, oxygen, you're not going to last but minutes. So that's pretty important stuff. So I'm going to put that at the top of the list. Shelter, depending on your surroundings, could be also you're only going to last minutes. Say you're out in a very cold environment. Hyperthermia is a thing. Hyperthermia is a thing too, but hypothermia. So anything, yeah. So shelter may or may not, rank up there in that number 2 position. 3rd would be water, because you can only last about 3 days without water. Not a good way to go. And then food you can last for weeks, so it's kind of further down the list. And then fifth is a barca lounger, but we'll go through some more of these a little bit later on. So anyway, right now though, so fire keeps you warm. Fire will help dry your clothes out so you don't freeze to death while you're there, because wet clothes sucks the heat right out of you. So you can dry your clothes, hang around the fire, and be relatively comfortable, because hypothermia is no fun. You can cook food, you can boil your water, kill all those little critters that live in those things, the parasites, the bacteria, nasty stuff like that, because dysentery is also no fun. It also has the benefit of making your food taste better. So you cook your food up, it's going to be a little better for your morale. If you've ever had to eat a cold raw squirrel, you know what I'm talking about. It can light your way in the darkness. It pushes back the night, that sort of thing, because falling into crevices also no fun. So yeah, it will allow you to see where you might not otherwise be able to. It can add to your defense. Most animals don't like fire, so you build your little campsite with a fire in there, and animals won't approach. And if they do, you can just play a game of Ring Around the Rosie, with that lion on the other side, and keep the fire between you, and maybe he'll lose interest and move along. You can also harden some weapons. You can make your weapons better. You can make you a spear and sharpen it, and then put it in the fire to kind of toast up the end and make that wood a lot harder, so it's not the soft little wood that bends. Instead, it would pierce and all. And you can use fire to signal for rescue. You can use the smoke to attract attention, or the fire at night, things like that, so people can come get you and take you back to warm places that you want to be. So there's why. There's the why of fire. So now's the how. How do I get this fire? Well, you can find it naturally occurring. There's lightning strikes that happen all the time. Forest fires begin with lightning a lot. So while that may not be recommended because they're kind of hard to find, and you got to be out there and you got to be lucky and all that, and you're in the middle of a thunderstorm, that's probably not the best method. Talking about naturally occurring forest fires, trees rub together, wind blows, limbs rub, things like that, using that same friction type thing that we talk about in fire making. So if you find a couple of trees that are rubbing together, you can sit there and wait, and maybe that'll create a fire for you. It's really slow. That's probably not the best use of your time, but it is an option. Third, lava. If you can find a pool of lava or some flowing lava, then you can take a stick, go up there and stick it in that lava, and boom, you got an instant fire. Fire all day long. You can have as much fire as you need. In fact, you get close enough to it, you may catch on fire, and then now you've got the fire going along with you, so you don't have to worry about trying to create it. Of course, that may eliminate the need for fire in the first place. But anyway, yeah, so kind of dangerous with the lava, but again, out there. So the more manual methods that personal methods, I guess I'd call them, magnifying glasses, bottles, broken glass, your own glasses, things like that. You can use these and focus light to a small point on your tinder and create a fire. It's dependent on the sun, so cloudy days a little tougher, and man, it is so hard to do this at night. So yeah, while it's a good method, it does have some drawbacks. Self-made friction, that's using things like rubbing the two sticks together, making a fire drill or the bow drill, things like that. Things where you're running the stick on the flat piece of wood and trying to create enough heat to get an ember so you can start your tinder on fire. And then there's commercial means, things like lighters, matches, The little forever match that you pull out and is essentially a lighter, but works really well in wet conditions. And then there's the striker type where you have the magnesium fire sticks, things like flint and steel where you're driving a spark down in your tinder. So a lot of ways to get fire. A lot of ways to get fire. So let's go through those steps. So making a fire, step one is build a receptacle for your fire, because fire is great in small quantities. When it gets out of hand, not so much. I mean, it doesn't do you much good to build a fire and then wind up dying in the fire that you've built because the forest is now burning around you. So anyway, prepare your site safely. Clear other debris around from it. Keep your fire where you want it, not anywhere else. Prepare your tinder in advance, and that's cutting little strips of wood or finding pieces of moss or dry grass, stuff like that. So you have things that light easily, and then as it burns, you can add more bigger fuel onto it until you have a really full fire there. And speaking of, gather your fuel before you ever start the fire. Nothing more irritating than getting a little fragile fire going and then running off in the woods to get some sticks and coming back, and when you come back it's just a cold little the remains of what used to be an ember there that you've screwed it up. So yeah, prepare everything, and while you're at it, gather more fuel than you think you need, because it burns much faster than you think it would. And again, you don't want to have your fire go out before you're ready for it to go out. It's so much easier to maintain fire than to create fire. So there's that. And use care when you're cutting your tinder and getting your wood and all that stuff, because we haven't covered first aid yet. So don't cut anything off or anything like that. Making fire, step two, light that sucker. So here we go. So whether you're using the magnesium or the flint and steel or the bow drill or the magnifying glass, so making that fire is not easy. So let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, Tom, I feel your pain. Yes, that's what manual fire making is all about right there. So yeah, so let's go ahead and let's take all this information that we've gathered, all this knowledge that we've now obtained, and let's put it to the test. Let's go ahead and make fire while on video and see how that works. So watch along with me, please. Alrighty, we're out here now, and we've gathered up all our sticks and little things that we can use to make a fire drill, rub sticks together, try to do something to create friction, have the magnifying glass where we can try to focus some light and create fire. And for simplicity's sake, I just have a little bit of toilet paper here, valuable stuff actually. I'm going to use as our tinder. So as I hope we pointed out anyway, that making fire is hard, especially when you're in conditions that you're in hypothermic type things and you're shaking and all that. Very difficult. So yeah, this is probably an easier method. In the cold, your mileage may vary, it's tough, but my point, I guess, is why wouldn't you, given a choice, bring something out that makes fire for you? Watch this, watch how quick this works. Hello, work for me. Oh, we're gonna die. So there's a good thing there. Oh, here we go. There's our fire. So we can actually create a little bit of fire to keep ourselves warm. So there's lighters of all kinds that you can get. I mean, the little big lighter. How hard is it to throw that in your car or in your pocket or something like that? But yeah, fire's important. Fire can save your life. So hopefully this does you some little bit of good. So, whew. Time to get the old steaks on, I guess, huh? So everybody have a great day and happy surviving out there. Alrighty, so there we go. So yeah, when it comes to fire, it makes a very good ally when you're out in the wilderness. It can keep you warm, help you do your food and water, stuff like that. But it's a very terrible enemy. So again, be very safe. Be very careful when you do that. Make your site correctly and safely, and try not to hurt yourself. As we saw in the video, one of the takeaways there, the unintended consequences, was the lighter had a little difficulty starting. So yeah, while I still maintain that it's a good idea to keep a lighter in your car, your backpack, or your pocket, or whatever. You should know these other methods of creating fire in case you lose the lighter breaks, runs out of butane, the flint falls out, it gets wet, whatever. So that way you have something to fall back on, because survival's a combination of knowledge, of attitude, and equipment. So yeah, so everything there, make sure you have all of those things covered one way or another. Anyway, that's it for now. We're just gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Appreciate you being here for Fossil Survival Corner, and everybody out there, stay safe, huh? Okay, so I like having this rock here. I don't know, maybe it's just a false... Oh man, that's scary. Maybe it's just a false sense of security, but I feel like if I'm up on a rock with the high ground, maybe they can't get to me as easy, and maybe I can put some arrows in them or stab them with my little pointy stick. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Wolves notwithstanding, I just saw something that might be worth a risk here. I don't know much about mushrooms, but unfortunately from my youth, I recognize the ones that are down here in front of me. Let's see if we can slink down here. Yeah, these guys are definitely edible. I don't know how much they have in the way of nutritional value. They can dang sure give you a buzz and some weird vision type things. You want to find your spirit animal? This is probably a good start. But right now, I need something in my stomach, and whether this is good or not, at least it's something. It's something, and we'll try to find something a little later. So we're going to go ahead and just nom our way down. Get as much of that in our system as we can. Because right now, I am definitely running on empty. Henceforth known as the orange mushrooms. Alrighty, we're gonna see if we can't kind of give a wide berth around these wolves. The more I'm thinking about it, the less I think I want to be involved with them. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up. They have hide, they have meat, but I don't know if it's worth the risk. I'm not well protected, and I'm definitely not skillful. Oh crap, there they are. Oh, and there's two of them. Those look like big old animals right there. I would say they're pushing 100 pounds apiece, easily. Other than my rock I'm standing on, I don't have a lot going, but... There they are. I still am shadowing these things. The voice in the back of my head is telling me this is a horrible idea, but hunger may be driving me. I don't know. I like this rock, though. This is a very tall rock. I think I might do all right if I could actually get up here on top and just pepper them with arrows until, they get weak. There's one. I don't know where the second one went. So, hey, Mr. Wolf. Hey, Brother Wolf. All right. Let's see. I'm basically using a stick with a string attached to it. So I don't know how this is going to work. But let's go ahead and see if we can't put one of our crap arrows into this guy. Oh, okay. That was closer than I thought. But I have to aim so high. Oh, maybe got his attention. He doesn't look hurt. He looks more curious. Possibly annoyed. I don't have enough arrows to keep doing this. Oh no. Oh, he's moving off. Oh, I released it. Oh, great. Right in the tree. Jeez. All right, let's see if we can't slink up a little closer. Dangerous as that may be, I'm thinking I might be able to handle that. They don't seem that wild. Okay, so where is our little buddy? Oh, there he is. We're getting close. Be very, very quiet. I'm still only seeing the one. Surely I can hit him from here, right? Oh, I did. That one connected. See if we can put another one in him. Where'd he go? Oh, crap. Gee, no. Oh, get that spear out. Where's my sharp stick? Where'd he go? Where's he at? Oh, crap. Ow! Son of a... Literally, son of a bitch. Yeah, so, oh, man. Ow! My melee skills are weak. Get away, get away, get away! Oh, shoot. It's eating me alive. Literally. How tough are these things? I am sucky with this spear. Oh, that one hurt. Oh, that one hurt. This is looking bad.
You see that?
I saw.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna do what we do every time.
Wait a minute, people are not gonna like that.
People will like what we tell them to like. Now, you gonna do it, or do I have to get somebody else in here who will?
No, boss, I got you.
Fine. Now do it.